Don't Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, let's talk a little middleweights. Right? We're gonna talk Gennady Golovkin. And he's fighting a dude named Steve Rolls, right? People are probably starting to find out who it is because they know they're gonna fight on June the 8th now, and they have a press conference. And Rolls is basically saying, even though we don't know him, I ain't come here. This ain't no tune up. Don't think it's a tune up. So, most challengers are gonna talk. Now, Gennady Golovkin, we know that he shouldn't be taking this fight right here because you got things to do if you want to be relevant, right? And so I personally think, after hearing Gennady Golovkin talk, and he's basically just basically focused on Canelo or bust. He's not really focusing on anything relevant. Like he's not trying to get a belt, right? Not trying to face a mandatory when they're telling him it's a mandatory from the WBC. He's just basically, I'm going to fight someone, and I'm looking at Canelo. Good luck with the negotiations, which I've said on many occasions, but that takes him out of relevant. He's not relevant then. It's a sideshow. That's what it is. He's a good fighter, and you can continue to fight overmatched guys and whatever you want to do, or Canelo, but cool. But in the meantime, Canelo is taking care of business. Canelo is fighting Daniel Jacobs, which is a hard fight. If Canelo beats Daniel Jacobs, he's looking to unify the division and become undisputed. So he's going to probably take on Demetrius Andrade or whoever Demetrius Andrade fights. I'm hearing this might be Selecki, right? The winner of that and then become undisputed. But if Canelo beats Daniel Jacobs, then he can fight Gennady Golovkin first just to get him some money. He's going to view him as an easy fight at that point, right? Now, Golovkin has all the right in the world to think that he's beat Canelo. And he wants Canelo because he feels he's beat him both times. And I agree with him. I think he beat him the first one for sure. And he tied him in the second one at least. And he's the champion. He should still have the title, right? I agree with that. But it's not what happened. There's a lot of people that feel like that. Just give you an example. That's exactly how Daniel Jacobs feels about you. Right? He feels he beat you, but he didn't get it. Right? So it's the same thing that happened. It's the exact same thing. So you ain't in a rush giving Daniel Jacobs a look. You don't have to. You said you ain't gonna fight Daniel Jacobs 5 or 6 fights down the road, right? Which means never. I've said that on many occasions too. So therefore, he's obsessed with getting back with Canelo because he felt like he beat Canelo. Well, there's somebody that feels the same way about you right there. And you have said, even if Canelo loses to Daniel Jacobs, he ain't gonna fight him. So it doesn't matter, the dude. Huh? Think about it. I'm just gonna put that out there like that. And you also have pound for pound exemption, right? At this point, there's no reason to talk about Gennady Golovkin and any kind of pound for pound. There's a spot for someone else that's deserving. He's on his way out. If you're gonna be on your way out, there's people we let fight who they want to when they're on their way out. Shoot, Pacquiao can fight who we want to if he's on his way out. You know what I'm saying? Fight who we want to. Remember, Marquez, before he left, he can fight who he want to. Miguel Cotto, the end, Cotto can fight who he want to. You know what I'm saying? Sergio Martinez, and then when people are going down to them last fights, then okay, fight what you want to. We just got to get you up out of the pound for pound and all these hungry people that are fighting everybody and fighting each other. Those are more relevant. Gennady Golovkin, he's done with that right now. So we can just fight Steve Rolls. It's not must-see TV anymore, right? It's not must-see TV. All those titles that we had Gennady Golovkin having taken away until he feels like he wants to do something that will get your attention. If you're a real boxing fan, he's not going to get your attention with Steve Rolls. You're going to probably be disgusted because you wanted Gennady Golovkin to be in the mix. It's right there for the taking right now. It's been for a while. But for some reason, it's nowhere to go. You understand? If you went to the mandatory for WBC, there was Jamal Charlo. If you went to the, messing with the IBF, that's Jacobs, right? If matter of fact, before Jacobs, it was Darren Chinko. That was bad enough. Didn't want to do that. And then it went from Darren Chinko to the dude who beat him. It's Jacobs. Demetrius Andrade over there with the WBO. It's not Benedict Saunders anymore. Not somebody that you think you're going to walk down, right? So, and then, there's Canelo. So that's the only one you're trying to get to. You know, there's nowhere to go. So instead of that, well, I ain't messing with none of them until I can get Canelo again. So I'm gonna go with Steve Rose. And I would look for all kind of people. Safari, them names. You remember them names? That was Zeveretta and stuff. Just names out there. Was looking for Murata, but Murata got beat by Rob Brandt. It's just names that are not in those top. Extra. Like somebody say, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. Right? And he's like, wait, excuse me. Get out the way, man. You too. Get out the way. You way back in the back. Yeah, you. You can have a chance. Man, you've been doing it for a while. So you'll be respected as a pretty good middleweight and all those things. But right now, the middleweight division is probably popping. It is popping. And you basically are taking yourself out of the mix, a mix that we would have liked to have seen you be in. You take yourself out of the mix, and we're not going to be sitting around waiting and calling John Golovkin better than the guys who are there competing. Pretty simple, ain't it? So, you know what I'm saying? Gennady Golovkin, to me, this is very similar to a farewell tour. That's what it's looking like to me. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.